Double or Nothing is quickly taking shape. I'm Matt Carlins, and this is just pro wrestling news for Thursday, May 13th, 2021. A big welcome to those of you listening on thewrestlingrevolution.com. You can bring our updates to your website. Email us, desk@justprowrestlingnews.com.
AEW.
A new TNT Champion crowned on last night's Dynamite. Miro ended Darby Allin's 187-day reign. The referee stopped the match after Miro locked Allin in his game-over submission hold. Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page orchestrated a ringside attack on Sting during the match, and Lance Archer was out right after the match was over to confront Miro. Kenny Omega will defend his AEW Championship at Double or Nothing in a three-way against both Pac and Orange Cassidy. Pac and Cassidy met one-on-one last night to decide which one of them would get the shot, but this match had an ugly ending. Cassidy appeared to be injured. He rolled outside the ring and remained there during the commercial break. Omega snuck in and hit Pac with his title belt. Neither Pac nor Cassidy could answer the referee's 10 count, so now Omega must face both of them. Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp reported Cassidy was said to be okay backstage after the match. They've been known as SCU, The Addiction, and Bad Influence. The tag team of Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian dated back nearly a decade. Last night, it came to an end. They came up short in their shot at the Young Bucks tag titles. A bloody Daniels took the pin. As a result, he and Kazarian can never tag again. As for the Bucks, they challenged Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston after Mox and Kingston trashed the Elite's dressing room. But first, the Bucks defend the tag titles again next week against the Varsity Blondes. Dynamite opened with Moxley fighting off Yuji Nagata's challenge for his IWGP United States Championship. Mox pinned Nagata with the Paradigm Shift. Ren Narita was in Nagata's corner, and Rocky Romero was seen watching in the crowd. 1 week after Blood and Guts, the Inner Circle challenged the Pinnacle to a rematch at Double or Nothing, this time in a Stadium Stampede match. MJF agreed with the added stipulation that if the Inner Circle loses, they must disband. Cody Rhodes will face Anthony Ogogo at Double or Nothing. Last night, Cody announced that for one night only, he will use his father's nickname, becoming the American Dream. Also made official last night for Double or Nothing, Hangman Page versus Brian Cage.
Impact Wrestling.
Two #1 contenders matches on tonight's Impact Wrestling. Havoc and Rosemary go one-on-one for a shot at Deonna Purrazzo's Knockouts Championship. And there's a six-way scramble for an X Division title match against champion Josh Alexander. It's going to be TJP versus Ace Austin versus Rohit Raju versus AC Romero versus El Phantasmo versus Petey Williams. Also tonight, Carl Anderson versus David Finlay, and Moose, Sami Callihan, and Chris Bay versus Matt Cardona, Trey Miguel, and Chris Sabin. Those six men are in a six-way #1 contenders match on Saturday's Under Siege show, with the winner there getting the next shot at the Impact World Championship held by Kenny Omega. Before the Impact tonight has one half of the Knockouts Tag Champs, Jordan Grace versus Tasha Steelz.
WWE.
The next challenger for Kaylee Ray's UK Women's Championship will be decided on today's NXT UK. It's a 5-woman gauntlet match. Amelia McKenzie versus Dani Luna versus Ginny versus Isla Dawn versus Zaya Brookside. Now, advertising for today's show is casting doubt on whether Brookside will be cleared to compete after she was attacked last week by Amel. Also being promoted for today's show, a Heritage Cup rules match between Noam Dar and Nathan Fraser.
Ring of Honor.
Two more entrants are announced for Ring of Honor's women's title tournament. Trisha Dora and Miranda Alice. Those two met in a match that premiered Wednesday on ROH's YouTube channel. Alice got the win. That's just pro wrestling news for Thursday, May 13th. Our next update comes your way tomorrow morning, so please rate, review, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. I'm Matt Carlins. Thank you for listening.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.